All right. So these are two cards that are actually really easy. They just look very pretty, which I wanted to use all this hydrangea paper because it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's in the spring catalog. So you can buy it through the end of June. Um, which is good. But I was like, oh, okay, I'm in a spring mood, so I thought we would do it. So we're gonna do this one first. It's a gatefold card, so it's gonna open in the middle. There's two white cards just to make life really fun, but one has ribbon tucked in it. So we're not doing the one with ribbon. That'll be the easy way to. We can set the ribbon one aside. So the one we're doing is folded in the middle. And we've got all our little requisite pieces. And so the way that I made this one is these are 2-inch strips, and 2-inch strips are really easy to cut. And so, but to leave the right border on it, you're going to want to bring the strip right up to the edge. So if it's easier for you to like glue it, without anything there, just so you can glue it right to the edge, I think that might be easier.
Which edge are we gluing which one to?
It doesn't really, so it doesn't matter. It's up to you. I mean, so you could go.
We're gluing the right-hand side to the inside edge?
You're just gluing these panels on the front.
Okay.
So go ahead and fold. I think your card is folded. So just decide, which side you want to, put your piece on.
Gluing right up to the inside edge?
Right up to the inside edge. Yep. Good. Good directions, Marion. Thank you. I haven't had my coffee yet. Hold on. My directions will get better.
Promise? No.
I do promise. It's amazing. Everybody in my old office, the first place I worked, knew if I was still carrying around my cup of coffee, don't ask her for anything. Once she put the cup down and it was empty, but I would literally hold it like a little baby in the morning until like I was finished. And then they knew that like, okay, now she's good. Now we can talk to her. Yeah. And I had such a hard time when I was pregnant because, I couldn't have coffee. I could have had decaf, but I was trying to avoid it, and I ended up finding like a tea latte that had, less caffeine. And so I guess I felt better about it. But man, coffee. So I grew up drinking coffee. My mom, being from Europe, she gave me coffee early on, and I thought I had coffee maybe around 4 or 5. Like I remember a picture, and I was little and I was holding a cup. I remember the picture. So I was looking through my mom's scrapbooks and I found the picture. I'm 18 months old. I looked at the date. I was like, oh my gosh.
Where was
Big difference between 18 months and 4.
Where was she from?
The Netherlands. So coffee is a big part of the culture there. I mean, they literally, the entire country takes a morning coffee break and an afternoon tea break. Like they work companies, like everybody stops around 10 o'clock and like everybody stops and has a cup of coffee, and a cookie. And then in the afternoon around 3 o'clock, everybody stops and has a cup of tea and a cookie. Like it's like the whole country. It's like siesta in Spain or something, right?
I had a Dutch girl live with me a few years ago for about 4 or 5 months. And she didn't drink any coffee because so I'm wondering how odd she was because I didn't have it in the house and she didn't go out and buy it. So
yeah. And it could be a generational thing too. I know that, I'm sure siesta is dying, right? With productivity and whatnot. Okay. So we made the base of the card, right? We've got our 2 pieces on the flap, close enough. Yep, mine as well. All right. So now we're going to stamp our sentiment. I'm glad you guys got the stamp set because it is retiring, and everyone was very surprised because it really is a nice kind of all occasion stamp set. So I'm going to do the healing hugs on here on this little one. You could, and also if you like the flip side of this a little better, you know, like you have a choice as to, you know, how you want to do this one. Oh, I might do the other side of this one because this is kind of cute too. I don't know. All the papers are really, really sweet.
How much is the pack?
I think it's like $11.50 or 11, like what our standard pack is. Let me see. It's big. It's a 12 by 12.
It has a lot of sheets.
Yeah, it has. So it has 12 sheets of 12 by 12, 11.50. Yeah, 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. So it's a big pack. You could do, you know, quite a bit with it. I mean, I used quite a lot to make these cards. But I mean, I still have like 2 pages left or something. So, all right. So I'm just using black ink on this.
Okay, so we're gonna stamp the, what are we doing first? Stamp
Yeah,
them?
I stamped the healing hugs on the little purple piece.
Now, did the punch have the little tiny holes around the outside?
It does.
And the same thing for the postage one? It has the holes? The rectangular piece? No. No. On the card we're working on, the rectangular piece. So the paper punch itself has the little tiny holes around it.
It's not the punch, it's the die.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
This is something that kept me awake last night. I am dead serious. I was going, how is this happening?
Yeah, so this set, they are keeping, and this is the Stitched So Sweetly die set. And if I bring it up to the light, you'll see all the little holes, and it does all that stitching. Okay. Yeah, I did not hand do that.
Well, no, I kept going, it has to be, in my dream, I'm going, it has to be a die.
Yep.
But
yep.
I don't want to buy a die thing, and you know, so I'll just have to live without. You know, so I'm having this conversation with myself in my sleep.
That's funny. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking with someone else because she was trying to figure out about getting the little mini die cut machine. Now that we have that little one, and we were looking because this set is marked as working in the mini. So the biggest rectangle will go through the mini machine, which is nice to know. Yeah, it works with the mini. So she was funny. She's like, I want to come by and play with both machines. I was like, okay, you know, so we've got to come play with the machines date set. So
so we got them stamped now.
Excellent. Okay. So then what I did was I put 2 dimensionals on the back of here, and I'm using the edge because I'm out of dimensionals, and that's okay. I like to cut my little edges and use all my pieces. So mine are going to be wacky, but so I just kind of ran them in the, you know, the middle, because then we're going to stick it on the purple, the little square, and you just have to decide, you know, which side of the square you want. I'm still making up my mind, but
I've made that decision.
Good. I'm glad you've made your decision.
Life is so much easier now.
And then we're going to put dimensionals down on half of this, or we don't want to glue the whole thing down, or else we'll never get the card open.
So we're attaching sending healing hugs to the rectangle.
Yep.
Okay.
Mine's a little crooked, but no big deal.
And then we're putting dimensionals on half.
Yep, so that we can stick it on the
Right.
front of the card.
Okay.
Mhm. It's not crooked, you're crooked. Sending healing hugs. I stamped it a little crooked too, but that's okay. All right, there we go. What'd you do, Penny?
Well, the first time I stamped, part of the letters didn't come out. So I restamped on top of it. And it's marginally acceptable. So I flipped over the card and the top, because I put a Happy Mother's Day. So the happy is fainter, Mother's is very dark, and then day has a splotch on each side. So I get to
do you need me to drop by a new purple piece of paper for you?
I don't know.
It's so funny. So
I even cleaned this silly thing before I stamped it.
That's funny.
No, it's not. It's sad.
No, well, what's funny is Lynn lives between me and you. So she lives kind of, up this way a little bit, but not super far. And she comes to my once a month class that I do like on a Sunday. And usually there was a period there where like every month she was like, can you put out another piece of purple, or can you, she's like, I really messed this up,
Okay, so I was struggling with that. You're putting the dimensionals behind the purple, which I'm not going to adhere right now, but you put just the dots, the flat ones on the rectangle. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
This is adorable.
It is really cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to use the stripe paper, but I wanted to use this beautiful hydrangea with the background. And I didn't have enough of this to give everybody a full card. And so I was like, I'm going to get creative and I'm going to do it like this. So
I do like it. Yeah.
I like it too. I'm really pleased. I was like, oh, I like it. I like it a lot. And it breaks up the hydrangea. The next one's pretty full on hydrangea. So, but they are really pretty. So, and this one's really easy. This one's not too hard either. Okay, let me rotate myself around. All right, and then let's see. And this one has this really pretty ribbon. I like it. So pretty. Oh yeah, and the other thing I did in the other one is we have paper. It's called velveteen paper, and it has texture. It's soft.
Oh,
I know. I was so excited.
We didn't get that.
You should have in the other card.
Velveteen?
Yeah, in the other card pack.
Oh, it is. I didn't touch it.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Yes.
So it was 3 colors. There was like a brown, there was this purple, and then there's this really soft like green. And so I'm still kind of like planning what I'm going to use the green one for. But when I saw the purple, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. We're using this with this class. So I knew I was going to use it. I just didn't know, in what capacity. So, the brown I used I'm doing a little dog, like a pet class, either cats or dogs. But I cut it out with the little dies. And so it's like fuzzy. The words are fuzzy.
Oh, how fun.
I know. I was so excited. I was like, oh, it's like a pet. I can pet it. This is cute. I definitely am a tactile learner. Like that's for sure. Like I love my textures and my papers and my things. They're coming out with pastels again. I guess we used to have pastels and I wasn't around when we did. And I don't think I've ever played with pastels. And so I'm like, oh, well, this will be a challenge. I've done watercoloring. I've done almost everything else except no oil painting and no pastels. Those are the two things I never did. So I'm going to be learning pastels. So, okay, this one's really easy to put together. We'll stamp first and then we'll assemble. So you've got your, I don't know what to call this shape, but straight on the ends and curved on the top. And there's a blue side and like a darker side. I don't, your back pattern will be quite different. But I want to just show that you can stamp on pattern paper because I think that's really important to know. Like a lot of people don't do that. So we're just going to stamp. I did the I Can't Thank You Enough. I believe from the set that the Your Friendship is a Blessing fits. It's just really tight. So FYI, you could do that if you wanted. I think that this calls for confetti fits, but I don't think it matches. And I mean, the Yamalicious fits, but again, I don't know what you're doing with that. So I went with the I Can't Thank You Enough. So, and then next month, we'll do masculine cards as requested. And I think we'll probably use the friendship and the confetti sentiments for that. So just as a, heads up, pre-warning, whatever. All right, so I'm going to ink up my stamp. The lettering on this stamp is a little thinner, so make sure that you get a good coating on your stamp. And then we are ordering some more supplies for the next set of classes, including some more ink and stuff. So I'm excited about that. All right.
Are we getting any bigger stamp pads?
No, you're not going to get bigger stamp pads because those are quantifiably more expensive. And I don't think they can buy them for everybody. But other ink options, like other colors, and a new stamp set. So that'll be fun. So, and then I talked to them about, if we were to go in person, where would we want to be and what would it all look like? I think the annex building might be a good option for us because we can open up the windows in there and get some good airflow. I don't think my classes would do well outdoors. So I think they're going to start some outdoor classes like Tai Chi. Great. Paper outdoors, wind, rain. It's not good for the paper. So, so I was like, well, why don't we find an indoor, but a more spaced out option? So I think that annex building would give us more space. And they had talked about moving us out there anyway at one point. So, okay, so we're going to put this together and we're going to do the same thing we did on the last one where we put this on top of this with some dimensionals. So let's do that.
We're going to cover up the fuzzy.
Yeah, I know. So you can do, if you really wanted more fuzzy unveiled, you could rotate it and you could go this way, right? So you have a choice, like depending on how much fuzz you want. I tried stamping on it. That was not successful, by the way, just FYI. You know me, I like to experiment and try different things. So
is this one where you could cut the fuzz in half and make it appear longer?
You could, yeah, you could, because it's hidden behind that bar. So
Yeah.
you could, yeah, I'll do that. Let's do that. That looks like about half. All right. Oh, Amber alert. Okay. We get it.
What's a Claire alert?
I don't know what a Claire alert is. I know what Amber is.
Yeah, amber and silver, I know.
Yeah.
So are we we're cutting this in half?
If you want to make it look better, bigger.
Yeah, so it can appear larger. So I'll show you. So before you make your decision. So basically, instead of it being tucked back there, right, I can pull it out like all the way, or I could pull it out significantly more.
How do we know where half is?
How do you know what?
Where the middle is?
I guessed.
Okay.
And it doesn't, you can be a little inexact. It's pretty forgiving. And then, so I pulled it out a little bit just so you can see it,
I
a
like
little
that
bit,
better.
a little bit more. So on the back, that's what it looks like on the back. There's like some dimensionals under here and then a couple kind of peeked through the middle. But then I'm just going to go ahead and add more because I'm just going to pop the whole thing on dimensionals. So,
Melissa?
yeah.
I have 2 Happy Mother's Day stamps, but they're both very small. And the small one worked fine on the other one. Do you have any that are larger that would fit on this particular late?
So the one that I have is very small, but then I have one. Oh, let me see. It's in the retiring pile.
But you don't have to do that right now. You can do it later. I don't.
I won't remember though. That's the problem.
I know your number. I'll call you. Don't worry about it. You're recording this.
Yeah, there's another one that has some really oh, there it is, Strong and Beautiful. It was a really nice stamp set, and it had a lot of like strong women sentiments. It was called Strong and Beautiful.
Well, that's a really big one.
So, but these are all I mean, they're good size, but I think they would fit, I think a lot of them would fit on here. I mean, that definitely fits. That fits. That fits. That fits this way. Oh, and it fits this way. This one does not. And then that one's too long.
Yeah.
But all of the other ones fit. So, God made you my mother, love made you my friend. To the woman who does it all with grace and wisdom.
But that doesn't fit, right?
So is this?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Is this going to go with dimensionals behind it also?
Yep. Also, more dimensionals. More dimensionals.
Fine.
She's obsessed.
Well, this one's, and then I'm gonna double stack these dimensionals in the middle because if not, it's gonna throw my whole thing off. So,
you mean put 2 on top of each other?
Yeah, because if not, then it's gonna be like 1 layer of dimensionals in the middle and 2 on the sides, and that would look really weird. So,
I'm not sure what you're saying. You're going to put 2 dimensionals where there's nothing?
Yeah, where the gap is between those 2 things. Yeah, put 2.
Okay.
Trust me.
I do.
Trust me. Or else the whole architecture of your dimensionaling will collapse. That's quite a lot of dimensionals. That's probably that's more excessive than I've ever been before. So.
Don't take a picture of that. That's not attractive.
It's not attractive. Nope. Now on the front side, no one will ever know that was the back. So, all right. So before we glue that down though, we need to tie our ribbon around our front panel. You all received a much more ample piece of ribbon than I did. I got the end and everything was going great. I was like, oh, I got 21 pieces out of this. Awesome. And then I had to do mine and I was like, oh, okay.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so mine's gonna be a tight squeeze. Y'all's is gonna be fine. Mine's gonna be a booger.
How do we do this?
Just wrap the ribbon around the paper.
Okay.
And tie a double knot.
In the front?
Yeah. wherever I kind of tied it over on the, on the left, but it doesn't matter because you can slide it. See how I'm kind of wiggling mine down. So actually, I think a single knot will do. Like, yeah, mine's just a little shorter than everybody else's, but that's okay. And then you can trim it up if you want to trim your edges. I don't have much to trim, but
Is that going to show? Are the ends going to show?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so here's the card, right? So you can see, right? Like,
Oh, it's over to the side. Okay.
Over on the side. Yep. All right, then we're just going to turn this over and put some glue behind it. Oh, I like this purple side too. This is pretty too. And Marilyn, if you ever want to get a bigger stamp, like a bigger ink pad, just let me know. I can order one for you. So like if that's something you're like, I really want a big black one or something,
Okay.
I'm happy to.
So we're gluing, what we're doing next is gluing this down.
Yep.
So it's not going, do we glue over the ribbon?
I don't. I just glue right up to it, By doing that, if I have to adjust the ribbon a little bit, it lets me adjust it if I really need to. So more coffee. All right. And then take off all the backings to your 5,000 dimensionals. Oh dear. That's pretty great.
I haven't got all 5,000 of them on yet.
Oh, well, but this is a pretty easy thing. And then once you find where you want it, glue it down. So hopefully not too hard of a process. I'm just going to kind of tuck it under there. I'm going to do mine a little bit more to the right this time. There we go. Now all my friends are glued down. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. That was a big sneeze. And so these are actually two different background papers. It's not that you could tell much of the difference, but I ended up having to use two different of the patterns. One had more tightly, compacted hydrangeas, and one had more of like the stalks and had a little bit more space, but you really can't tell the difference. They still look really cute. So there you go. I can't thank you enough. Thanks for coming to class. You guys are awesome. Let me know if you need anything. Penny, message me if you want to borrow that stamp set. That's easy. And if you need another purple piece, I can stick it in there.
I was going to say, depending on what you wanted to do, whether it's easier for me just to come to your house and do it while I'm there and leave, pick up another purple piece and then stamp or borrow, whichever is easiest for you. Because I know you're working, so I don't know what your schedule is.
What I'll do is I'll cut you another purple piece.
Yeah, the little guy, the first card one.
Yeah. And then I'll leave the ink out and a block, and then you can stamp. There you go. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll do that and I'll set it out for you in a little bag or something. Oh, look at that card.
It's nice.
So
yeah, I like it when it's got where you cut it and made it a little bit bigger. You can see that lavender background.
That was a good idea, Penny.
Oh, well, she's done it before. That's the only reason I knew to do it.
But Penny, I forget my own tips and tricks. Like, that's for sure.
But I do like it better. I think it just, the other sort of apologizing.
Yeah.
This way, I think it's more a statement.
more shrinking violets, and this is more hydrangea explosion. So
Yeah. It's
I love
very
hydrangeas. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, these are nice. So well, good.
This
Well,
is-
I'm glad that this worked.
Yeah.
I wanted to do like a more feminine card set this month and then a more masculine one this month, just ahead of, Mother's Day and all of that. And then yeah, we'll have some fun summer classes too. So
You said next month is masculine. And will they be sort of Father's Day appropriate or birthday or what? Or
Yeah, I
doesn't-
think, I mean, the way that I'm gonna, because we have this stamp set and I don't have any, like, we don't really have any masculine sentiments, I'm gonna try to design one around your friendship's a blessing, which could be more Father's Day appropriate. And then I'm gonna design one around this calls for confetti, like the birthday. So I'm gonna try to do one masculine birthday and one masculine Father's Day. I'll probably cut out the words dad as well. Like I've got an idea in my head. So
Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
I know, trust me, I've definitely lost it. I try to write them down. So you want to say hi, Marianne? Aren't you supposed to be in school?
Yeah. Why aren't you in school today, young lady?
She is. She has a break in virtual school. What a blessing. So
Hi, Marianne. Miss seeing you. Oh, you look like you're asleep. Tell virtual school's doing really great.
yeah, she's definitely
I wanna go
energized.
back next week.
Next week?
Made my decision.
Oh, well, we can't. We have to give them 3 days notice. So that would not be
Wow.
3 days notice. But
Well, yay!
yay. Okay.
What's she doing?
She's been persuading me to go back.
We've been talking to her about going back, and Dad said
To
that it makes
actual
sense.
class?
Yeah.
May?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it. We'll talk as a family. Yeah. We'll figure it out. You ready? You ready? Ready?
Callie went back.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well then, if her friends went back, then she has to go back. So
Absolutely.
I think we're at a point. I mean, her teacher's double vaccinated, and we're all vaccinated, and we feel like it's more hopeful. So for
Yeah.
sure. So, and we got her signed up for a couple summer camps, Girl Scout camp, and
Slights really full.
Girl Scout horse camp, and
Ooh.
I know, and then a Girl Scout leadership camp, and a camp I went to as a kid. And, so yeah, we're ready for a fun summer. Last summer was a bummer summer. So
Yeah. Okay. Mom and Dad are always so fun.
yeah, seriously, we haven't been fun for, I don't know, 18 months or something. I don't know. How long have we been doing this? 5 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
Time is a warp. So, okay.
Waiting for you.
I don't think they are.
There's somebody like waiting out there at the gate.
Oh, okay. All right. I gotta go, but I'll let you
Bye.
go.
Have a good
guys. See you
weekend.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Gate, huh?
Stop.